Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. You know what I got? I got yarn. I know. That is a surprise, right? You know, you're like, if you've stumbled on this channel and you've never watched me before, I talk about yarn. It's a thing. I don't have a problem. I'm not a hoarder. Nope. I'm a connoisseur of yarn. I collect yarn. I love working with yarn, right? Both knitting and crocheting. And if those are things that you enjoy, like, subscribe, stick around, because I'm always talking about something that has to do with yarn. I mean, hello, what's not to enjoy? It's amazing. Well, I picked these things up at my local yarn store, and look at those. Aren't those cool? These both, I mean, aren't those just the neatest thing? I mean, okay, the marketing is just amazing on those, right? These are just individual balls of yarn, just all strung together. I'll read it to you. This is Zauberball, and they're 100 grams. It's fingering weight. So this is 100 grams in these, all totaled in this ball, right? In this container thing package. This marketing gimmick. Got it. All right, so it's 100 grams, and I'm covering up a lot of the good stuff on there, so maybe the other tag will tell me. Most likely 400 and some odd yards, because that's normally what 100 grams will get you on fingering weight yarn. That's in German. Let me see if this one, if I got the stickers off of it. All right. Nope, I've got it. The stickers are on all this. Oh, wait, there we go. Aha. 437 yards. It is there we go, fingering weight yarn. 100% merino fine wool. So each one of these, 100% merino wool and 437 yards. So I have a lot that I can play with. So this is the same as two typical skeins of fingering weight yarn like this. That's what that is. Just all wound up in all these little balls right here, and it has a great gradient to it, right? So that's what that is. Well, that is some nice fingering weight yarn, and my local yarn store has a class going on later today, and they are going to be teaching the Sunburst Scarf by Skisel Knitting. Okay, and look at that scarf. Isn't that pretty? And you can see they go through all of the balls, you know, the two things of this, pick out two, whatever is coordinated, and they go through from whatever order you want to on your particular scarf. So I was thinking about doing that one. I've got a couple friends that are in that class, and going to be making that particular scarf. Here, look at that one. That one, they use some blues and greens, and I think that one has this pack in it, and then the other one's different. That's a blue as opposed to mine. I just decided to go straight Bumblebee. That's just the way I am. So I was looking at that. I mean, that would be a very pretty scarf, right? But, you know, I'm like, okay, I've done stitches like that before, typically like a baby blanket. I really have. You know, that cobweb looking thing with the spider stitch right here and everything. So, you know, pretty straightforward, pretty easy, pretty basic, so to speak. So I've done that. So, all right. I still want to go hang out with my friends with the class. I still bought the supplies, right? I still bought the supplies. I'm just not so sure about the pattern for me. Right? I know they're going to work on the pattern, right? They sign up for the class and everything. They're going to do that. So I was thinking about some other patterns, and you know, do I want to knit or crochet? Because I have both, right? We get that. All right. So I also thought about another one that I made like 11 years ago. A particular shawl pattern that I thought was really, really pretty. And this one is called Porcelain Berry Shawl by Elena Fedotova. I don't know. You can buy it on Ravelry if you choose to. I have the pattern. I don't know if it was free at one point or not. I definitely have that because, again, I made it 11 years ago. So this, isn't that pretty? That is the pattern. It, to me, when I first saw it, was just so stunning. Look at this. This was one of the original marketing photos. Look how delicate that is. And it's just a big triangular shawl. That's all it is, just a big triangle. And I haven't made one in years. Come to think of it, I don't even know what happened to the one I made. I don't have it. I don't know. You want to see what it looks like? What it looked like? Let me see. There's. Okay, I know, old yellowed photo, but whatever. So that was 11 years ago. Let's see, so that's 2013. And let me get that one I used a Lotus Yarns Moonlight one skein with 600 yards, 50 grams. So I used a very, very light, thin lace weight. And look at the close-up of that stitch. Isn't that pretty? I mean, that is so pretty and so delicate. So I was wondering, would I want to do a gradient like that and still do the same thing, you know, going around with all the colors and everything and ending up with a black? Now the black, probably, once you get to those farther ends, you know, each round row is getting longer and longer, you're going to get less inches on it, so to speak. So, you know, it'll look like you've gotten quite a few rows because you will have with this one and less with this, and progressively as the shawl gets bigger. So I was thinking about that, you know, I was going through some of my patterns and going, what really interests me? Do I want the scarf style that they're going to be doing in the class? Do I want the triangle style that I obviously made here? And I have no idea who ended up with it. I mean, it's been 11 years. I don't know. You know, I gave it to somebody. I don't know. I used a size C crochet hook. I do know that. But other than that, I don't know what happened to it, where it went. It was, you know, a stunning yarn, that Lotus Yarns Moon. What was that? 95% wool, 5% cashmere. And that's what one of the little skeins looks like on that. So really, really tiny, really lightweight thread that I used that one. So using fingering weight and a bigger hook would definitely be a little more relaxing, a little bit easier to deal with. But that's kind of what I was thinking about, where I was going with that. Not sure. I'm not sure if I wanted to do, like I said, knit or crochet. Kind of want to do a crocheted one. I haven't done a crocheted shawl in a while. That's not true, is it? That's not even true. No, that's not true at all. Let me see. I have something in here, don't I? Don't I have a shawl in here? Didn't I do one recently? Like for everyone here? Okay, there's a bunch of hats. Feeling around. I know that's down there. Did I give? Oh, I gave it away. I gave it away. I did do one, the daisy chain shawl. I used one of the Red Heart Cakes Roll With Me, or one of those. Yeah, I did that one recently. Yeah, I've done some shawls recently crocheted. Here I was thinking I haven't crocheted a shawl in a while. I have. What I haven't done is finished a knit shawl in a while. I've started a few. Yeah, I've started a few. I've got the friendship shawl. I've got a super complicated, it's not super complicated, but I got to pay attention to it so it doesn't get any love. I've got another crescent shaped shawl that has cables and lace and all sorts of things that I haven't touched in forever. Yeah, I do have a few shawls. I have the shawl that I'm working on for my Mystery Yarn Challenge that's knit. Okay, so I have quite a few knit shawls that I haven't finished. I guess the only shawls I have finished recently are the crocheted ones. That's interesting. Until we had this conversation, I don't think I would have realized that. Definitely wouldn't have realized that. But I did do, yeah, I have. And I gave it away. Yep, I sure did. That's what happens. You know, I make them and, you know, you can see I'm digging over here in this bin because that's where I last saw it until I pulled it out and gave it away. That's exactly what happened there. So I think I've decided on a crochet shawl. And not sure which one. I think before the class, that's in a few hours, that's later on this afternoon, whatever, you know, I will come up with something. I definitely want to work with the yarn that everyone's going to be working with in the class, right? And making something, even if it's not the exact same as what everyone else is making, you know, because, I mean, let's face it, I don't have to follow the rules, right? I don't have to. I don't. So I'm going to do something. So wish me luck on that. If you have a favorite shawl, a crocheted one, because again, I'm trying to go for a crocheted one, but I'm not against a knit one either. You know what I'm getting at. I'll start another one. I swear it. I'll start another one. But something along that line. I like the crescent shawls. I know this one's this porcelain berry is a traditional triangle, but I like the crescent ones. I think they stay on the shoulders better, that type of a thing. But you know, I don't think it really matters, because what are the chances I'm going to keep it? I mean, let's face it. I make things, I keep them for a while. I do. I'll keep them and I'll hold on to them for a while until the right person comes along. That's what happened with that last shawl. The right person came along, and you know, and I gladly let it go home with them. So that's pretty much the same thing that's going to happen here. But I just wanted to show you the new yarn. I mean, how fun is this? Isn't that cool? It's like big earrings. It's like big earrings, right? You know, or if my hair was like super long, you could wrap the hair around it in between each ball like this, you know, and wrap it around and make it into like, ooh, check that out, right? And attach it as far as that goes, and a hair accessory or something, you know, some weird curlers. I don't know. It's just, I mean, lots of ways to play with yarn. And you could use it as decoration kind of a situation, just saying. You know, I'm not sure. Okay, how are these attached? All right, so I got to thread through them. Whoa. Could always take them off that thread, put them on a longer thread, and it'd be just that big grandma jewelry. I mean, I wear huge jewelry anyway. This would be a bit excessive, but I could pull it off. I could do it. You'd be surprised. I'd do it, and I'd wear it, and I swear I'd get somebody to give me a compliment. It's all in the way you walk. It is a swagger. It is a confidence that you have to do. I mean, I wear some pretty audacious jewelry. All at the thrift store. You know, we're not spending some serious money on this stuff. This is thrift store grandma's baubles, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, I could do something like that. I would totally do that. Just like daring somebody to say something to me. I would, right? That would be hilarious. If I were to do that, I would take a picture, I swear, and I would share it. I definitely would. That would not be something I would do on my own. I would share that and tell you any stories that anybody said. Kind of makes me want to do that now. You know what I'm getting at? Kind of makes me want to do that. Maybe before class, I like the way these look though. I might separate them and do that and turn it into a big necklace and wear that to class, right? You know, just the whole necklace jewelry. I mean, why not? If you're going to play, especially if you're not going to work it up right away, you might as well put it on display as jewelry. And I mean, these are pretty cool. If you had one of those fancy vases and flat spots that aren't already covered, not like my house, we're all covered. We got them all covered. But if you had one of those, you could cut the little string and you could put all the different colored balls in that, and that'd be pretty. It'd be a pretty decoration until it was ready to be used. It would. Lots of different things. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that and tell you what I'm up to, and wish me luck on starting yet another thing that I know I shouldn't. I have got some progress done on some things. I mean, well, we've seen my mint green t-shirt. Yeah, t-shirt, right? Yeah, t-shirt. This thing in mint green. We've seen that. I am so close to that being done. Just started that this month for Things We're Making Thursday. So not much else has gotten love, because that's a full sweater from like start to now. It's a full sweater. I got like that much more to go. I mean, it's close. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I am. I'm absolutely stoked. Anyway, I'll let you know what goes on. Maybe I'll tell you tomorrow and everything, what I've decided, and show you like this much progress, right? And tell you all the dreams of the future, whatever it's going to be. I mean, like we said, we've got the sunburst shawl right here, right? And that's pretty. And I like pineapples too, right? So I haven't come up with a pineapple one yet, but I know I've got some. I mean, I've been collecting crochet books and magazines since I was a teenager. So yeah, I've got some crochet patterns that have pineapples. And I like the lacy, pretty delicate detail of this particular shawl, the porcelain berry. So those are really stunning. So those were the first two that I'm thinking of, but who knows? Maybe we'll come up with something else. And maybe one of you will put a comment down there and I'll see that before I actually cast on. And by that, I mean start something with crochet, because I use cast on universal to mean crochet or knit. I know cast on is knitting, but what do you say when you start a project for crocheting? I mean, I don't know. I just say cast on. But I use it interchangeably, even though I know that that's not really the correct word. But it's okay. I get it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to go flip through my patterns some more and decide, because I've got a class to go to. I've got a scarf, a bumblebee scarf to make. Bumblebee scarf. Oh, I've got a scarf to make. We're going to come up with something. It's going to be awesome with these bumblebee colors. It's going to be beautiful. That's my story. All right, everybody. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.